Baylen Out Loud star, Baylen Dupree, has gotten vulnerable in an airport. This is one thing she would not normally show on social media. However, since she started filming and having cameras around her at all times, a lot more of her life is shown than before. Baylen Dupree started out as a content creator. She was mainly on TikTok. Baylen used her platform to spread information about Tourette's syndrome. This is a condition that Baylen has. It caused her to say or do things at random times uncontrollably. This must have been hard for Baylen growing up. Her siblings have revealed that they do feel a little left out due to Baylen's condition. She needs to go to more doctor appointments and such where her parents have to take her. However, they love her just the same and would not wish for it to be any different. Baylen Dupree and her mother are traveling. It is shown on Baylen Out Loud. While in the airport, Baylen saw a sign that said, "No firearms." This led to a tic. She was shouting vulgar things such as, "I have a gun." Fans know that this is something you should not say in an airport. However, Baylen could not control what she was doing. Her mother revealed that the best thing to do in that moment is ignore her. When Baylen starts ticking like this, the best thing to do is essentially active ignorance. Just let her do her thing. Baylen then lets viewers know that when this happens, she does not get on social media or anything that could trigger her further. If she watched videos, she would pick up on the sounds and do tics with what she heard. It seems that the airport scene showed viewers how stress and anxiety can affect her tics. When she gets stressed, they happen more often. However, she did explain that it was because she saw the sign that said, "No firearms," so the tic about guns went into her brain. Fans know Baylen gets stressed at times. Her family ignores her in public, so she does not get even more stressed. What did you think about the airport situation? The world has gotten to know Baylen Dupree on social media, and now fans are getting a deeper dive into her life on the new TLC series Baylen Out Loud. The series premiered on January 13 and features Dupree and her family as they navigate new experiences and witness the complexities of Baylen's Tourette syndrome. The reality star was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome ahead of her 18th birthday in 2020 and has now been living with the diagnosis for nearly 5 years. Scroll down for everything we know about how she manages the neurological disorder and more. Tourette syndrome is a neurological involuntary motor and vocal disorder that is chronic. Dupree explained in an introduction video for TLC. Tourette syndrome causes me to have tics, and tics are sudden twitches, sounds, or movements that I do repetitively. When I get the urge to tic, it feels like my skin is crawling, and it's very, very itchy. After I do the tic or release the tic, the urge goes away. My tics can come from anything I see, hear, smell, think about. The most random things can become a tic or tics. The influencer has tried taking medications to manage her symptoms. Although she doesn't specifically take medications for the tics, she uses remedies that stabilize her mood and help her insomnia. "Basically, when your mood is stabilized, my tics have been better," she said on TikTok. Anxiety, stress, overexcitement, or excitement in general, any type of hyper-emotion or things around that area can make your tics worse. When you're more stable with your mood, especially with me, it has progressively helped my tics. Sometimes, when Dupree is most stressed, she also faces dystonic tics, which she compared to paralysis, and like a part of her body is locked. She explained, "Dystonic tics are a type of motor tic that involves sustained muscle contractions that can last for long periods of time." By the time Dupree was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome, she had already been experiencing tics for years. "I would go to the doctor and I would be like, I don't know how to explain this feeling, but I can't stop," she told People. "That's the only thing and the only way that I would tell people because I didn't understand it and I didn't have information." The Dupree family lives in Ranson, West Virginia. Baylen was born and raised in the small town, which has a population of 5,497 as of press time. The city is south of the Pennsylvania state line and north of Washington, D.C. Dupree has been dating Colin Dooley since November 2022. They met on a dating app and Dooley has become a source of calm for the TLC star. "Colin is my medicine," she said during the Baylen Out Loud premiere. "That's the best way I'm going to describe it. He means a lot to me, and there's not many people that can help me and calm me and relax me as he can." The Virginia native admitted that he was skeptical about Dupree's Tourette syndrome when he saw that she mentioned it on her dating app profile. "I didn't actually know if she was telling the truth or not," he said. "People make jokes all the time on dating apps." Dooley is in the United States Air Force after joining in 2020. Season 1 of Baylen Out Loud documents the couple dealing with his impending relocation for work and the effect it would have on their relationship. Baylen's parents are Dooley Dupree and Alan Dupree. She has 5 siblings, a sister Sammy and 4 brothers, Burke, Sven, Vic, and Beckner, and is the second oldest of the bunch. The whole family appears on Baylen Out Loud. Dooley is a stay-at-home mom, while Alan works for the federal government. They had been married for 23 years when season 1 of Baylen Out Loud was filmed. The oldest child in the family is Burke, who had recently graduated college and was looking to start his career when the show premiered. After Baylen comes Sammy, who no longer lives with the family in West Virginia since she moved in with her boyfriend in Kansas. However, she still appears on the show while visiting her brood. The 4th oldest, Sven, is really into sports and socializing with friends, while Vic loves the outdoors, especially hunting and fishing, according to their TLC bios. Beckner, who just wants to have fun, is the youngest Dupree child. TikToker Baylen Dupree is ready to take the next huge leap in her relationship with boyfriend Colin Dooley. "Babies are still on the brain. Well, not every day, but I want babies before 25. Baylen, 22, told Us Weekly in an interview on January 9 ahead of her TLC docuseries, Baylen Out Loud, which is set to premiere on Monday, January 13. Baylen even joked that the show could potentially feature a pregnancy in the future, although she is not expecting a child just yet. The budding reality star, who has been dating Colin since 2022, said her boyfriend has been her backbone amid her journey with Tourette syndrome, which is the focus of her new TLC show. "Everything that I do, just being around him helps. He understands me somewhat better than I understand myself a little bit, which is kind of the same way for him. I understand him better than he knows himself," she continued. "He goes into Target with me. He comes with me into stores because I'm scared to be alone. My left and right-hand man." Baylen was officially diagnosed with Tourette syndrome, a chronic neurodevelopmental disorder that causes people to develop tics, or sudden movements or sounds that they are unable to control, ahead of her 18th birthday in 2020. However, she had been experiencing her tics for years and simply thought they were normal. Since receiving her diagnosis, Baylen has gained a huge following on social media, which she uses to spread awareness about Tourette syndrome. She told Us Weekly that she hopes Baylen Out Loud will do the same. "I am hoping that people take away a lot of information from Tourette, and a lot of information about tic disorders and everything like that," she said. "In general, I just want to impact and inspire other people regardless of if it's the next generation or past generations that may not have too much knowledge on Tourette." Baylen continued, "Just trying to inspire people to be themselves, and just no matter what they're going through, just keep going through it, because in order to grow you have to be uncomfortable." The West Virginia native also revealed that fans will see her establish her independence throughout the series as she learns to navigate her chronic illness. "I would say that establishing my independence is definitely in each episode of Baylen Out Loud," she explained. There's a milestone or some type of achievement or some type of something that I'm learning or trying to grow from in each episode, and just kind of trying to figure out life, and just figure out myself, and just figure out how I'm going to do certain things is definitely impactful. Baylen concluded, hopefully someone else can look at it and be like, I can be independent too. I can do this. Regardless of if they have Tourette or they're neurodivergent or not, they can just look at it and be like, you know what? I need to stop telling myself no because you're the only person that's telling yourself. Social media turned reality star Baylen Dupree is sharing how Tourette syndrome has positively impacted her life. Though she has shown the ups and downs of having the neurological disorder, she is now detailing the good it has done. So, what does Baylen mean by that? Fans may know Baylen Dupree from her TikTok videos and how raw she is when answering questions. She even does simple tasks while managing her tics due to Tourette's syndrome. Baylen can be making a sandwich or putting on her makeup, and then she will start cursing or saying phrases on repeat. However, the 22-year-old cannot control what she is doing. These are involuntary tics that go along with TS, and she has learned how to deal with them. Not everyone understands what it is like to live this way, so her new TLC reality series, Baylen Out Loud, may help shed some light. In the show, Baylen will show off her family and her boyfriend, Colin, who has been her rock. He accepts her as she is but may have to make a big decision that could affect their relationship. At the same time, Baylen is ready to move out, but at what cost? There is a lot she has to manage as her Tourette's causes her brain to internalize what she sees and hears, then comes out in her tics. So, she has had to restructure her life, but according to People, the neurological disorder has also been a blessing in disguise. Even though her journey has been far from easy, Baylen Dupree is grateful for those she has been able to help. She notes people will approach her and thank her for making them or their children feel less alone. That makes her see it is all worth it. Like, okay, I am actually doing something good. I am actually helping people. I love meeting people. I love knowing your story. I love knowing that I'm doing something good. So, what is Baylen's goal from her upcoming TLC reality show, which premieres on Monday, January 13th? She wants viewers to find solace in her story and a relatable figure in Baylen. I want people to be inspired and find a correlation in the story of something they relate to. I feel like the story and my life is very authentic, and I think being vulnerable and helping people is definitely in there. I want people to see that too. At the end of the day, Baylen Dupree is a regular girl with a story to tell. Yes, she has Tourette's, but she does not want that to be her whole identity. She wants viewers to leave the show knowing who she is and to remember her name. More so, Baylen wants to be more than just the girl with TS. As to whether or not she would like to start her own family, that is something she and Colin are interested in. If their baby does have TS, that is fine, too, because she knows how to navigate the situation. It may not be easy, but Baylen believes there is no better person to understand that plight than herself. Baylen Out Loud star Baylen Dupree has found her match in boyfriend Colin Dooley. He's like my backbone, Baylen, 22, exclusively told Us Weekly on Thursday, January 9, ahead of the premiere of her eponymous TLC docuseries. Everything that I do, just being around him helps. He understands me somewhat better than I understand myself a little bit, which is kind of the same way for him. I understand him better than he knows himself. Baylen is battling Tourette syndrome, which is the focus of her Baylen Out Loud series. On the show, she also chronicles her life with Colin. They have been together since 2022. He goes into Target with me. He comes with me into stores because I'm scared to be alone, she joked. My left and right-hand man. Not only has Baylen and Colin's relationship continued to go the distance, but she is also ready to take the next step. Babies are still on the brain. Well, not every day, but I want babies before 25, Baylen said on Thursday, jokingly teasing that Season 2 would feature a potential pregnancy. While Baylen is not expecting just yet, she is learning to establish her independence and continue managing her Tourette diagnosis. I would say that establishing my independence is definitely in each episode of Baylen Out Loud, Baylen told us. There's a milestone or some type of achievement or some type of something that I'm learning or trying to grow from in each episode, and just kind of trying to figure out life and just figure out myself and just figure out how I'm going to do certain things is definitely impactful. She continued, hopefully someone else can look at it and be like, I can be independent too. I can do this, regardless of if they have Tourette or they're neurodivergent or not. They can just look at it and be like, you know what? I need to stop telling myself no because you're the only person that's telling yourself. Baylen is also hopeful that Baylen Out Loud will inform more viewers about Tourette syndrome. I am hoping that people take away a lot of information from Tourette and a lot of information about tic disorders and everything like that, she said. In general, I just want to impact and inspire other people regardless of if it's the next generation or past generations that may not have too much knowledge on Tourette. Just trying to inspire people to be themselves, and just no matter what they're going through, just keep going through it, because in order to grow you have to be uncomfortable.